A very good evening and welcome to Primetime News on Channel 1 MTV. My name is Ravi Gamani.
And I'm Kumarini Rajakarna. Let's now take a look at tonight's headlines.
Elections to 25 local government bodies to be held before the 17th of October, while nominations will be called on the 18th of March, on this month rather. Cabinet approves an agreement for nuclear cooperation between Sri Lanka and the USA. A group of villagers attacked a police post asking for a suspect who had terrorized their village. A protest held demanding salary anomalies of university non-academic staff be resolved.
For the stories in detail now. The Gampaha District main office of the United People's Freedom Alliance was declared open by President Mahinda Rajapaksa this morning. Incidentally, this building has been constructed in an eco-friendly manner, ensuring minimum maintenance costs.
The Gampaha District UPFA office has been constructed in the Orothota area. Minister of Economic Development Basil Rajapaksa welcomed the invitees who arrived at the new office this morning. President Mahinda Rajapaksa declared open the building amidst the chanting of Pirith by the Mahasangha and other religious ceremonies. The President then inspected the office complex and the garden. The UPFA Gampaha District office that was open today consists of a fully equipped office complex, an auditorium and a meeting room. According to a communique issued by the President's media unit, this office will remain open to the public on all 7 days of the week. The office will fulfill its electricity need through solar panels, and the excess electricity that is generated will be connected to the main grid which supplies electricity to the Gampaha town. The rainwater will not be wasted and it will be used to fulfill office needs as well as in a home garden dripping system. The President's media unit added that this office has been constructed as a model office with the aim of maintaining it at the lowest possible cost.
In order to secure technical assistance regarding nuclear and other radioactive material, Cabinet approval has been granted to sign a cooperation agreement with the USA. At the Cabinet media briefing held today, Minister Kelly Rambukwala said that the Ministry of Power and Energy and the Ministry of External Affairs have been entrusted with the task of pushing for this agreement.
During the past few years, discussions were held continuously about nuclear power. It is the most cheapest source that one could generate electricity. However, debates arose following the tsunami in Japan. We will have extensive discussions in the near future. However, these plans have not been shut down just because a tsunami triggered in Japan. Minister Kelly Rambukwala said that cabinet approval has also been received for the commencement of business ventures such as a sugar refinery and fertilizer storage around the Hambantota Port development project.
Yes. If necessary, we will blast it.
No, do we have the technology? I mean,
well, those are highly technical issues. I cannot give you offhand. But also that we have to remember that we have insurance covers, we have performance bonds. So those are all that will come to play. It's not just one-sided thing. Now, when you get onto a debate on a television, you will tell various things. But the fact remains that there is something, as you say, impediment, the progress, right, is found. Okay, first thing is that we found it. Then there is an issue. One. B is we will put into operation all other apparatus and tools that are connected with it, with the contractors, with the insurance companies, with all these things. That's part of it. Of course, the government will also take a part of it. We will have to, because these are unforeseen things that could happen in any project.
Also at the Cabinet media briefing held today, spokesperson Minister Kelly Rambukwala answered questions on the recent attacks carried out on journalists.
Posters have been put up threatening the Sunday Leader newspaper. A serious media person was attacked in Kiribati and his camera equipment had been stolen. Kuganathan was also attacked. We would like to ask what is your stance over these incidents as a subject minister. It is very clear that this needs to be investigated. As a subject minister, I visit the hospital carrying a king coconut or some oranges if such a thing takes place. I am not the defence minister. It is the president who is the defence minister, and he has instructed the IGP to take legal action in this regard. So are you trying to say that you cannot do anything more other than visiting those who have been attacked carrying a king coconut? No, it is not that I am helpless. I will not take the law into my hands. I cannot go to the police and demand that the perpetrators be apprehended by tomorrow.
The petition filed by former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca against the order made by the first court-martial was taken up before the Court of Appeal today. The petition sought an order quashing the decision of the court-martial to strip Fonseca of his titles.
Since there were several cases connected to former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca being taken up before several courts, Judge Rohini Marasinghe decided to take up this petition on the 12th of September. Meanwhile, certain aspects of the High Court case, which was also filed before the second court-martial against former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca, was taken up before Colombo High Court Judge Sunil Rajapaksa today. Documents were presented to prove that there are two cases regarding the High Court incident against Sarath Fonseca. Appearing on behalf of Fonseca, attorney-at-law Salia Piris submitted that the issues in the High Court and the court-martial case are similar. Making submissions on an earlier occasion, attorney-at-law Piris explained to court that based on the law of the country, no individual can be charged for the same offence on two occasions. The case will be called up again on the 12th of September.
They go behind the public like beggars. After obtaining victory, the MPs suppress the public. They eat off them and level threats. This is seen in the state sector as well. There is a corrupt political culture. Give us all the support in order to eradicate it. We will introduce a good culture to this country.
Dengue has had a profound effect on the lives of hundreds of people in the country in the recent past. People living in small islets that dot the coastal line around the country, who were spared of this dreaded menace, have now also fallen victim to the dreaded killer disease.
The Baptalan Gundu Island, located 22 nautical miles away from the Kalpitiya coastline, is home to around 1,000 people who make a living through the fisheries industry. Many of these individuals who live nomadic lives have now been affected by the dengue menace. Until recently, there weren't any mosquitoes in the island. However, now mosquitoes have bred in the island and there are dengue mosquitoes. Many lives have been lost due to the dengue mosquitoes. Doctors work very hard to rescue the lives of people. Doctors suggest that the dengue disease was transmitted to the island following the arrival of an individual who had contracted the disease from Kalpitiya and a mosquito which bit him going on to sting other people. Patients who suffer from the disease have to travel to Kalpitiya or Negombo to receive treatment. It would be really good if steps are taken to provide us with medical treatment here itself. I request for a hospital to be built and health services be provided in this island. 6 dengue-related deaths were reported in the Puttlam district over the past 7 months. Statistics from the Health Ministry also show that during the same period, 322 individuals had contracted the disease.